Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. Hollywood peoples. Let's get it. Let me talk to him. Yeah. Pistols up in the air. Yeah. Pistols up and they flare. Fit for dump and I heat them up. Lift them out of that chair. 100 rounds in that drum clip. Couple pounds in that trunk sit. Few G's in that new V. Gun it down in that front flip. Fresh out and I'm back home. Chest out and I'm back home. Best route, get your vest out. Few hits in that back yard. New bitch in that cash loan. Hit my jack for that fast loan. Pay it back of that 80 clap. 2 clicks in that mask on. Back to serving them fiends though. Back to earning that green hoe. Carnivore for that auto wall. Bullet fly with that bean though. Pull around on that scene slow. Back out and I lean low. Fast out to that trap house. Mac out and that thing blow. Black out with my team, no. We prepared and we all here. Them triggers pressing your niggas straight. Smell of death in that warfare. Couple texts and they all share. Air holes in that front nose. Double clipping that rubber grip. Get the pistol now, dump those and we got 'em. Ain't no stopping the 100 niggas with guns on them. We don't wanna crawl from. My nigga, let it blow. Ain't no stopping the 100 shells from one direction. My homie strapped, I hope you crawl away. My nigga, let it go. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air, yeah. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air, yeah. Pistols up in the air. Ain't no blocking these 100 rounds. Ain't no watching, we gun them down. Crunch time when I dump mine. Ain't no stopping, we running town. 16 in that black block. Shit mean on that back block. Drug wars with them drug laws and them bitches fiend for that crack rock. Coke fiends in that white bitch. Don't lean in that slight itch. All over this cold green. I done sold dreams for that right fit. 38 be my best friend. Dirty weight in that West End. Dead cop when that leg pop. Headshot with your vest in. Smith and West in that waistband. Just a mess in that wasteland. Hammers ripped with the banana clips and you pray to God that they take jam. Never that in that Beretta clap. Left head in that long shit. No fear when there's smoke near. We never scared of that long bit. 25 to that L shit. Couple die when them shells spit. Shout the homies that do the time when they do the crime, they don't tell shit. This the anthem, they got guns. Full of Yodas and shotguns. Grip the butt, your pistol tuck. Lift it up, you got one and I'm gone. Ain't no stopping the 100 niggas with guns on them. We don't wanna crawl from. My nigga, let it blow. Ain't no stopping the 100 shells from one direction. My homie strapped, I hope you crawl away. My nigga, let it go. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air, yeah. Pistols up in the air. Let it blow. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air, yeah. Pistols up in the air. Let it go. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air, yeah. Pistols up in the air. Let it go. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air. Pistols up in the air.
Welcome in, man. Smoke session, man. One more again for the win. So I was gonna jump on last night, but I ended up falling asleep. I had to get up early as fuck in the morning. So boxing, football, and hoops. Y'all smoke with me real quick, right? So last night I talked boxing. It was the night before. We talked boxing, right? Rest of the day been talking boxing. Boot's name is still to put his name in your title, that'll get you in the algorithm. That'll get you in the algorithm. Boot's names get you in the algorithm. So when it comes to boxing, what you have Danny Garcia on Saturday versus Daniel Gonzalez. It's hard for me to take Danny serious right now. I got to see what he looks like. Daniel Gonzalez is a solid fighter, but like this, it's not like anything that's gonna rock the boat for me, especially. Now here, Albright versus Richard Comey. That's a showcase fight to me. Richard Comey, in my opinion, I mean, he can fight, but he's past his prime. Sorry. Chris Colbert, that's a name to put on the card. I don't know. He's pretty much, I don't know if he's a streamer or a boxer when it comes to that. So we'll find out. Is he a streamer or a boxer? But nobody's talking about this card like that. It's not sexy enough to talk about. Why talk about this? This ain't no real fight. It won't get you in the algorithm. But I'll talk about it for a little bit. Now here, Albright's coming off a pretty impressive win his last fight. So him fighting Richard Comey on this one, to me, this is just another showcase fight for him. Showcase it that he really liked that. Richard Comey ain't been the same. Really, which one? The TO loss. I don't think he's been the same since with the TO loss, but and then I just think he's had his time. He's a good, solid veteran, but I just don't think that he poses too much of a threat of anything to anybody. He can't. I mean, he can punch, but I don't think he's. I think Nahir Albright is really going to be on his ones and twos, and he's going to do him a little dirty. He's going to do him a little dirty. I feel like. Joseph Parker, Fabio Warley. We'll see if that. I see that. One thing I want to say right here: Top Rank seem to be lending out their talent until they find a complete platform where they're going to land. Because if somebody had to tell me, I was like Delonte Johnson. I was like, who is that? I forgot that's Tiger's name. So Nicholas Flores versus Tiger Johnson, November the 7th on ProBox. So, but here's one fight in Uncasville, whatever, Connecticut. Rashidi Ellis versus Javier Fortuna. Now, I gotta say this, right? Who that in the building? Five, what's good, Five? I gotta say this, right? What in the hell is he doing fighting Javier Fortuna? What the fuck is wrong with this shit? What in the hell is this man fighting Javier? He's fighting Javier Fortuna, y'all. Y'all can't be serious. He's fighting Javier Fortuna. Rashidi Ellis. Now, y'all please don't blame that on Boots. Please don't blame that shit on Boots. Oh, man. I ain't the biggest fan, but I'm like, you can't blame certain shit you can't blame on everybody. I cannot blame this on Boots that you're about to fight Javier Fortuna. When? November the 1st. That could have been you in that damn ring fighting Boots in it, but you about to fight Javier Fortuna. And from what I heard, $10,000. Now, I want somebody to make that make sense to me. How the hell are you gonna fight for that little bit of bread? That's what you was able to negotiate $10,000. That's what I'm hearing. $10,000 to fight Javier Fortuna. Javier Fortuna. That's who you're gonna fight. Javier Fortuna was done at 35. Now you're gonna fight him at 47. Like y'all can't be serious about this shit right now. Because there's a lot of Boots hate that I heard all throughout the week and all. Like I just heard my guy Hot Rod went off on the nigga. But nobody wants to talk about how Charles Conwell, he got off a contract. He said he was lowballed. I spoke with Ohio about that. Ohio was like, man, sometimes you're in a position where you ain't no negotiation. The reports was that Rashidi Ellis was making $3,000 a motherfucking a round in that league he was in. You got offered $250,000. This is when people got to be realistic. This is why this shit ain't realistic no more. You got offered $250,000. That would have took care of all of the shit that you goddamn was trying to make for the year. And you still turned it down. You said you came back with $500. I get it's negotiations. I get it's negotiations. But off that $500 that you came back with, you ended up getting nothing. and now you're fighting for 10 grand against Javier Fortuna. This fight means nothing. This is throw you a bone fight. That's exactly what the fuck that is. This is throw me a bone fight. Yeah, excuse me. This is throw a man, throw a dog a bone, see if he can see if he gnaw on it or something. You know what I'm saying? He still got any bite left. Now, while Boots did fight the limo driver that nobody wanted, and then I love when people talk. BVO said that he got this fact that Jaleel Hackett wanted the limo driver, but Eddie said no, he got plans for him, and he ended up fighting Boots. Well, that's the price of doing business in boxing, baby. If you don't like it, I mean, get out of the sport. But like, if you love it like that, then you know it's gonna be some bullshit that come with that. Even if all that's true. So at 54, unless you got everybody keep talking about the Turk gonna pay for it. The Turk is not gonna pay for everything like you think, man. He's not gonna pay for everything like you think, bro. Yeah, he has a budget, right? Everybody keeps talking about that budget. But that fucking budget is for all of the sports that he goddamn is involved with. You see what I'm saying? And you know who's bringing in the most money probably from that shit outside? Well, maybe soccer is WWE with that TKO shit, bro. When it come down to that fiscal meeting, they're gonna be like, "Hey, man, we understand that you love this boxing shit, but you know you gotta dial it back over there because you're spending a lot of money over there for no return, no return on that shit." Could you imagine that? You have to wait. Like I think he gonna make some money off of the David Benavidez card. That's loaded. But yeah, you think he made his money back just off paying Canelo? When it come to Canelo and Bud, or did he just put that fight on just for us? How long is that gonna keep happening? Because there's a lot of shit we don't want to see. Are you gonna put the right cards together in the near future so we can all be like, this is worth it? But I don't see a lot worth when it comes to that. My fault, y'all. I'm getting this air ready. But also at 54, right? Because this was fun talking to BVO, that crazy motherfucker. Jaleel Hackett. I think Jaleel Hackett is a great young fighter, right? But if he's ranked motherfucking 150 something, he's not getting no goddamn title shot. It don't take rocket scientists to know that. He's not getting no goddamn title shot. Do who would allow that? Like they would say that's a check. Now that's a cherry pick, not knowing that what they really got there. And then if they know what they got, they're not gonna put him in the ring with Xander right now. That's just real. And a lot of guys want to cut the line, or you want your fighter to cut the line. When he said something to me about Joseph Brown, like, yeah, I don't want Joseph to cut the line. Why would I want Joseph to cut the line for? There'll be no reason for Joseph to cut the line. Get it how you get it the best way known possible, man. Get it the hard way. Can't nobody say you did anything wrong. Bills, what's good, Bills? This a little, you know what I'm saying? This a little running it up, run it up. There you go. All right. Yeah, so I'm just talking, little boxing real quick because I know how niggas just don't like fighters and shit. And now you got Bakaram saying that everybody call him out after they fight. I get it. That's gonna bring some fire to 54, but Lou been calling for Boot's name. Y'all had those fights lined up, baby. But everybody's saying nobody's gonna pay Bakaram. Nobody's gonna pay Bakaram, right? Well, I think. Hold on, real fast, y'all. Hold on. Sorry about that. My son going haywire right now. All right. So yeah, back to the boxing, right? So I wonder what Charles Conwell is doing right about now. Knowing that he got one more fight on Golden Boy, and how long they would drag that out on his ass. Knowing that they don't take care of their black fighters. Not like that. Especially if they're in the same weight class as somebody that they already pushing. So boxing for the next. There's gonna be some decent fights on for the next 2 weeks, but it ain't gonna be nothing that's gonna make you then jump up and say, "Hey, what the hell?" Because guys aren't boxing fans. A lot of y'all aren't boxing fans. How many of y'all gonna watch the card this weekend? Y'all gonna stay up for Danny Garcia? Y'all gonna watch Nia Albright versus Richard Comey? Y'all gonna see if Chris Colbert still got it? It's a couple of guys on this card that you want to see, but does anybody care? Is it gonna make news? You gonna watch Fabio Wardley? These are just questions that I have. Y'all gonna be watching Fabio? Is that gonna happen? Fucking mouths be tripping. But yeah, y'all gonna watch Fabio Wardley fight? Anybody? I know I'm gonna watch it. But anybody gonna talk about it? Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley? It's still on the damn what's it called? As much as they trying to say the fight may be off this, that, and the third, until they damn remove it from the damn calendar, still here. Anybody care that Michaela Mayer's fighting? Anybody? Joshua Buatsi versus Zach Parker. That's a good fight in the United Kingdom, right in Manchester. Anybody? No. Y'all gonna watch Rashidi Ellis versus Javier Fortuna. That's a worse fight than fucking Boots versus the limo driver. Javier Fortuna's done. Y'all gonna pay attention to that shit? Y'all gonna be watching Pro Box? I know people watch Pro Box. It's free. They have great fights up there. But y'all gonna talk about Tiger. I'll talk about Tiger, but y'all gonna talk about Tiger. No, yeah, that's what I thought. Nobody. Niggas do not give a shit about the sport, man. You give a shit about the fighters that you like in that motherfucker. So it probably won't be no buzz for anybody like talking about it's gonna be a fight worth talking about till Ortiz versus Lubin, and that's gonna be because of Boots talk and what he should be doing fighting anybody else. Floyd Schofield fighting Jojo Diaz. That's a showcase fight. Maybe Schofield can, give us some we thinking, and he can call out some names that we probably think he won't fight. Uh, Nobody cares about everybody mad at Tank for fighting Jake Paul, but there's a lot of cards. I want to see Gary Antoine Russell versus Hiroka. That's what I want to see. Alicia Baumgartner. I want to see the bomb back. I want to see if she looked like she's supposed to, or was she just blowing smoke up everybody's ass. I would love to see. Nobody cares about the Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Ben fight. I mean, that's what they say. But if you like 47, Jack Catterall versus Usman, that's going to be something to look at. Abdullah, let me see. Hold on, isn't he at the same weight class? Let me check. I seen that name. I know I seen that name. 47. Oh, no, I seen that name some damn well. I'll find that shit later. But yeah, there's Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben in the United Kingdom in London. I wouldn't mind watching that fight, bro. Free was good, Free. Just talking a little sports, man. Nobody really cares about boxing. You know how that shit go. They care about the fighters. Niggas don't care about boxing. Nobody's talking about any of these cards that are coming up that in the near future. Like, all right, Danny Garcia's fighting. Like, I get that. We look at Danny a certain way after quitting, but he's got a decent card going on Saturday. Anybody gonna be jumping on watching that shit, or when they bored, they're gonna jump on and try to get some views. Michaela Mayer's fighting. Boasi versus Zach Parker. Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley. I want to hear people talk about Rashidi Ellis. Since he's such a great name, he's such a big name, I want to hear people talk about Rashidi Ellis fighting Javier Fortuna. That's what I want to hear people talk about. Since he's such a great name. Him fighting Boots is going to be so great. I want to see anybody talk about Javier Fortuna versus Rashidi Ellis. Or since y'all be worrying about how much he was supposed to get paid fighting Boots, like put that extra money up. He's making 10 grand for this fucking fight. 10 grand. He's making 10 grand for this fight. $10,000, if I'm not mistaken. So he went from $250,000 to 10 grand for a fight. So you could have fought in Philly for $250,000, but you ended up fighting in your hometown for 10 grand. Cool. That's great negotiating. That's the best right there. That's how you do it, y'all. That's how you do it. Jesus Christ. Dave Benavidez versus Anthony Yard is the card of the year. We've already talked about. I got David Benavidez. I got B Norm. I got Abdullah Mason. I got Bam Bam. I got Sabril Matias, and I got Arthur Beterbiev doing Deshaun Nicholson a little dirty on this fight. Cards loaded with shit you're not gonna be able to walk away from. So, only other fight I'm looking at, well, you got Cruising. That's in December, so that's a ways. Pacheco versus I don't know this guy's name. I think Pacheco gonna do him dirty. In your way, yeah. December fights is on with Amanda Serrano versus Erica Cruz in January. Yeah, that's a way. That's a little bit ways to go. So outside of that, the end of November, after Thanksgiving, Ben Whitaker's headlining the card. And I know that's one of Bill's guys. Hey, Bills, in a few weeks, I'm gonna get to Ben Whitaker because I know how you like him, but people aren't on him. But he's young, he's new, he's up and coming. He's got all the credentials. He's got the look. He's got the swag. He's got everything. So I see why you like that nigga. But outside of that, like talking boxing, man, if it ain't controversial or you're gonna talk about, like I remember like earlier I was with, because I can't believe B3 was on 6 fucking hours. That was crazy. But I'm talking up there with B3 and shit, and it went from fucking talking about Brian Norman and Devin Haney and how you figure why you think that to, man, we got the boots, man. We went to Tank, man. We went to Brian Norman. Not Brian Norman, but Jaleel Hackett. I asked him, I said, yo, why do you think Jihad Tucker's not ranked at 160? He's like, who'd he beat? I'm like, yo, bro, well, you saying that about Jihad Tucker, that's the same thing you can say about motherfucking Jaleel Hackett, bro. But Jihad has never had, like, I don't think Jihad had a showcase fight since he was at 140. Outside of that, it's been straight up, you know what I'm saying? They bringing in ringers and guys that are tough, rugged fighters. So why is he not ranked? He wanted the Janet Beck fight. He wanted the Xander fight. That's how I know Jaleel's not gonna get the Xander fight. Jihad's on the same promotional company, and they're not even looking at him to fight Xander. They had plans for Xander. He had to move to 160 just to get a good fight. And then once he moved to 160, I think the first 2 opponents didn't even make weight. They just took the bread and they was like, yeah, don't worry about the pound. Jihad is going in there and beat the shit out of him. So I don't want to hear all that, you know, this fighter should do this fighter should be that. There's some good trees right here. So without that being said, man, I'm gonna get to football because we got the game coming on tonight. Well, no, I'm gonna get to basketball. I'll do football last. We got the game coming on tonight. I'm a Steelers fan, so you already know who I got. So let me see if I can go to it, man, because we had our shit already planned out and every fucking thing. And then I'll be truly honest with you. Threw a monkey wrench in the damn game. The Sacramento Kings, at least for me, because I'm big on the Kings. Because last year, they got it in last year. Matter of fact, let me see where it wasn't. No, not that one. I think it was this one. Yeah. So we had our teams that who we had that we thought would make some noise in the NBA, right? As a matter of fact, give me a second because we done with boxing. I have to get to the NBA. All right. Me personally, I think that Russ going over there is gonna give them everything that they've been looking for. They're gonna get the excitement. They're gonna get the I gotta go. Because we had it in the chat. Damn it. Let me see. Show the chat replay. Yeah, so we ended up talking about it, and I think that me personally, I think that Sacramento is gonna look super retarded, right? So let me see real quick. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me get to where I'm at. I had it to the channel, to the playlist. Yeah, because I do go off a lot of but this one I'm against it. I'm against Gibbs Arena on this one because they feel like because Sacramento, you think Sacramento is a graveyard, but Sacramento was the playoff team the last 2 years. Well, let's see. Because I give them a little bit of a talking points, you know what I'm saying? But I completely disagree when it comes to if you think that Westbrook going to Sacramento was a waste of his damn season or anything like that. Because you're going over there to play with a team that plays just like you in a city that's gonna love the fucking shit out of his ass. Right? So let me see. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So without further ado, let's see what because I missed them too. Gibbs Arena been gone for a minute. Let's see what they had to say. I ain't gonna play the whole thing, but let's see what they had to say.
Kings to come back to the NBA for his 18th NBA season.
Every time, man. Good retirement, baby. Last season, baby.
You're 18.
Yeah, he back. He back and gone.
Everybody goes back at the end. You're going to stack at the end.
That's all we need.
So after opting out of the final year of his contract with the Nuggets, become a free agent this offseason, there was no immediate market for Westbrook's services. But according to Shams' report, Westbrook's agent and the Kings maintained communication all offseason. And now the 9-time All-Star former MVP has found a home in Sacramento, where he'll join a Kings roster that includes Domantas Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and 2025 Eurobasket MVP Dennis Schroeder under head coach Doug Christie. Well, y'all said come on, man.
You know.
It's Sacramento.
That's where you go to
They got 7 Chili's in the metropolitan area.
If they see it in Sacramento, it's over.
Yeah.
7 Chili's, Brandon.
Go play bingo.
Yeah.
And this ain't me, Zach.
Barbecue sauce. We are fans of
Play
Sacramento.
bingo, go milk a cow.
I mean, listen.
At least
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Sacramento make the playoffs.
Okay, there we go.
We love Sacramento. We don't care who knows.
Now.
Hell no.
I'm just talking about the city. I'm just talking about the city.
Now let's do some media shit.
7 Chili's.
Not going to make the playoffs.
Remember, he just got put on his team. If they don't make the playoffs, it's his fault. Who they playing? Absolutely. It's Russ's fault. Russ messed up.
That is true. They're gonna blame it on Russ. Russ is he's the scapegoat for a lot of shit. But I think they're gonna run with this team. Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Sabonis, Dennis Schroeder, Russell Westbrook. I think that's enough to get you over the hump, to get you into it give you a nice playoff run.
The chemistry.
Yes, absolutely.
On God, they gonna find a way.
Absolutely, they gonna blame my
for
man.
real.
Swear to God.
Nah, yes, they will.
My man, they gonna blame my man. Absolutely.
That's why.
Okay, well, what would Russ?
We
What
talk
does
about
Russ
Zach.
mean to that team as far as resume is concerned?
Zach just gonna drift off.
Resume and pedigree, Russ is up there, top tier, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So if he does
He
get
has the
the
best
blame,
resume. I mean, he has the
he
best
does get the blame.
he always gets the blame.
He does.
He
right?
is.
So if anybody else with that type of resume come on any team and y'all don't make it, then guess who's blaming it?
They blame Melo
It's blame.
too. So hey, listen, man. Hey,
No blame, man.
They blame when they show up and they don't play well. They put all the blame on them motherfuckers. Like, told you they shouldn't have brought him here. Russ had a solid season with the Nuggets. Obviously, last season we talked Jokic wanted Russ on the squad.
No, I
Played
think
well in the games he started.
I think what
gave him the Westbrook experience during the playoffs.
What he's gonna bring is he's gonna bring in. We're gonna come to practice. We're gonna play. We're gonna study. We're gonna try to get better. Like he's gonna bring what he brings. Right? Are they gonna be willing to accept it? That's.
Now, if you know anything about hooping, Sacramento been energy. Sacramento missing energy. There was just a scary team with Fox and Sabonis, right? But they couldn't afford to keep De'Aaron Fox. They couldn't afford to pay him that super max, right? So now they got the older players where them guys can't get the crazy contracts, but they're just young enough to keep playing and can make some noise, especially with Sabonis. Because when Sabonis was dogging AD in LA, it was goddamn Sacramento. But now that Fox is gone, it's like, oh man, it's, you know what I'm saying? So now that you have a guy that's pure energy and excitement and heart. That's what Sacramento, that's what it was in its heyday. That's all they. I'm not saying it's making them a championship team, but they will put a thorn in a lot of niggas' side.
That's the key, right? It's NBA is weird, right? Sometimes if there's too many lazy people on the team, the person who works the hardest is not liked. He is the bad locker room guy. The guy who demands everybody to stand and work, he becomes the bad locker room guy, right? So if he goes on a team where everybody is trying to win, everybody wants to work, then he's accepted, right? It's just like Jimmy Butler, bad locker room guy, and then he goes to Miami, and then he's damn near God until, him and, what's the name, getting their beef, and then,
Nah, that's true.
Now he's a great locker room guy in Golden State, right?
Does Russ start?
I was just about to ask that. Top 75?
Because they take because they put Malik Monk.
Yeah,
they put Malik Monk at the point.
They might put him back. Yeah, they might put him back.
They put the
six man.
Yeah,
he's a better six man.
Malik Monk is a better six man.
He's a better six man.
No, you got Schroeder.
You got Schroeder.
Schroeder starts. Russ comes off the bench, but he's going to be a powerful guy off the bench.
That's a tall ass, boy.
It is, but listen.
Ooh, that's a tall ass, man. You want me to play behind Dennis?
How much
I'm
Dennis?
top 75. I'll walk in every day with my jacket.
I mean, you're a basket MVP 2025.
You've been playing behind other guys already.
That's like when Chuck went to Memphis. Like, you want me to play behind Mike Conley?
And honestly, you can't even come in here like that because, boy, you won.
You barely got in. Let's get rid of all of that, though. But
they've been talking all summer, though.
Let's say this.
Are you getting the runaround from workers' comp after your work injury? You're not alone. A lot of injured workers are stuck.
Look at the team they got. DeRozan, Levine, Keegan Murray, Malik Monk, Devin Carter. Like, a sleeper is Devin Carter, point guard, cold. He one of the guys that's going to come off the bench with Russ. You talking about Malik Monk coming off the bench. The second squad for the Sac Kings gonna look good. And you talk about pushing the pace, right?
I like Murray.
Talking about pushing the pace.
Keegan Murray.
I think Dennis Schroeder is an offensive setter for Sabonis, Levine, and DeMar. Getting them involved. Getting them involved.
No.
He knows how to do it.
No.
It might be the.
But he wants to score, though.
No, he doesn't.
No, they
That's
played
what
through
I'm
Sabonis.
saying.
But they play through Sabonis,
But
so he's
Schroeder's
not
smarter enough to be able to go get those other guys open.
No,
He plays
Smarter than
European
Russ?
ball.
You want no?
I'm not saying he's smarter than Russ.
Keegan Murray got the thumb injury, should be out for at least a month.
No,
It just
Start
makes
the
them more
season.
dynamic of a team when Russ can come off the bench and get them more firepower.
You don't want
Malik
you don't
Monk
want
fits
him
that role
and Monk.
better.
You don't want him and Monk. You want Schroeder controlling that second unit.
Yeah, you want Monk. Monk out of
Monk
control.
coming off playing the way they play. That'd be a dangerous.
I like
I don't know, man. Dennis Schroeder, man, he's nice, bro.
See, that's the problem right there, right? But I'll take that problem over anything else. If you're trying to figure out should Westbrook start with Levine and DeRozan, or should he come off the bench with Monk? I tell you what, I think Doug Christie is the type of coach that he's fiery, he's already defensive, and he's seen it. I mean, he's seen crazy shit, bro. He was there to witness White Chocolate. He was there for Mike Bibby, Chris Webber, Stojakovic. He's seen Turkoglu, so there's nothing he ain't seen. He had to guard Kobe 4 times a goddamn year on the regular. Niggas like Bonzi Wells and Brandon Roy. Like Doug Christie had to guard all the top scorers in the league. Tracy McGrady's. He drew those assignments. So I think he'll figure it the fuck out.
But
Russ with Malik Monk on the second unit, they know what they're doing.
I would lose him to my starters.
I mean, you know what? Because
you don't need
because you already
Dennis
got enough
Schroeder to
score.
be. You don't need Dennis Schroeder to be aggressive out there with Zach LaVine,
You're right.
DeMar DeRozan.
But he's not going to be.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
You're right.
He don't have a hope to it.
But I want him to, so I want him in the
On
second.
the second
No,
unit.
you're right. Yeah, you're
But
right.
the second unit beat you, Dennis.
Do you want Russ and DeMar?
Yeah, backdooring,
Yeah.
cutting, slicing.
Because Russ will pass. Dennis Schroeder's
yeah.
still trying to score.
Russ don't
Like, I want Schroeder.
Russ don't want to score.
I want Schroeder
Yo,
scoring.
at this point in Russ particular, he gonna try to lead the league in assists again if he starts.
Dennis Schroeder is not a better scorer than Russell Westbrook.
He's what?
He's not a better scorer than
Right
Russell.
now,
Say it again now?
yeah.
Dennis
Yeah.
Schroeder is
better
not a
scorer.
better scorer
Right now, yeah.
than
He's
Russ
a better
Westbrook.
scorer
Right now.
Yes. Does he score more than him? That's a.
You know, like now I feel disrespected how they talk about Russell Westbrook. Like he's a better scorer than Russell Westbrook. All right, now you're just talking. That's like saying somebody's a regular nigga's a better scorer than Gil. Does he score more? No.
Different
No,
competition.
but he is.
But he's just a
better.
natural scorer and how to get buckets.
He got more shit.
not
to him.
He got more shit.
He got
to
more
him.
shit.
Not
to him.
even.
He carries the whole country.
Not
Yes,
even.
fuck yeah.
He got more shit.
He carries the
Dennis
whole
Schroeder.
country. He know what he's doing.
He got more
I'm not
shit to
He
him.
just
than
don't
that
be in
little-
And I'm
position.
the biggest Russell Westbrook fan there
Not
could
even
possibly be.
That little
Right
ugly.
now.
Dennis got some shit.
A black man in Germany.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Lining up,
I
you're
want
lining
him to
up Russ versus Dennis, and you're taking Dennis.
No,
Y'all tell me.
right
No,
now.
you know, I'm saying score. I'm saying score.
No.
Lining up the scores.
Right
Dennis,
now, yes.
Dennis,
If they play
no.
one-on-one,
No, I'm not
Right
saying
now.
one-on-one. I'm saying scoring
If they
the
play
ball
one-on-one.
in an offensive set.
Right now,
Dennis.
Dennis has more shit to him.
Dennis got
He's a
it.
better shooter from the perimeter than Russ.
He
He
got- he got-
has
he-
more shit to
I didn't say
him.
a
Pick and
better
roll
shooter.
down here
I
like
said a
this.
better
Shooting a part of
scorer.
scoring, nigga.
Yes, but other things are part of scoring too.
And
Getting
Dennis
to the
has
fucking,
more shit
getting
to
to the
him.
fucking paint, getting to the.
Much as I hate Rashard, he has a better point than Kenyon because he was a scorer. And Kenyon was an energy guy, defense, and enforcer.
The line,
what he does.
all that
Shoot
shit.
it better than
Dennis
you.
don't get to the
Listen,
line like
if
that.
we do all the same
Yeah, 'cause
shit,
you
I
gotta
can
catch
shoot
it.
it better than you.
gotta
Who's
catch
the
it
better? Who
first.
has more shit?
You got to catch that
If I get to
motherfucker.
the if I lay the ball up more than you, who actually shoots a higher percentage?
And I shoot it better than you from the perimeter. Who's the better scorer?
Me. I'm hitting layups.
Who has the
I'm
better
doing
mid-range?
both.
layups.
Who has the better mid-range? Who has the better post? Who has
Russ.
No.
Come on, man.
Better
Y'all
pick and roll
disrespecting
game.
Russ.
No, we're not.
No, it's
Give me
not.
the
There's
Now-
two different things. I
Wait,
am saying
no,
right
no.
now. You're saying
I'm
right
saying
now.
right
We
now.
talk, y'all.
Niggas literally disrespecting the MVP right here. This is how you know you just niggas be talking crazy. They disrespecting the MVP. Average a triple-double. You disrespecting him. Not saying nothing bad about Dennis Schroeder, but that's crazy.
Seeing it from a lens of
I'm
what the
saying
teams
right
have been
now.
allowing him to
Okay,
do
see,
lately.
pull up. Yeah.
Russ can
Thank
still
you.
play.
No, we're not saying he can't. You're changing.
You're changing it. You want us to be saying that.
I'm not changing
You
nothing.
want us to be saying
I know
Russ can't
Russ
play.
is a better scorer than Then Dennis Schroeder. I know that.
I want Russell to be with the starting five where he can play off these guys, play smart, be in that great atmosphere. Coming off that bench, Wild Monk, I want Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis don't have an off switch. Dennis Schroeder does not have an off switch.
He becomes now because it's like his Euro team where he gets to play with the ball, do whatever. Meaning you can play.
Yeah.
But you need
Him and Monk get the slasher. That's like Barbosa when he was with Golden State. He becomes a very different player. You put him as a starter. Now he's like, oh, I got to pass the ball to Steph. I got to take it away. Now I'm just out there. So if I want to maximize both these guys, Russ, you start, push the tempo, dive. I got all athleticism. I got 3 athletic motherfucking players now.
Russ is a hell of a cutter. Russ is a hell of a cutter. Russ goes back door. Listen, put Russ out there with Sabonis.
Backdooring
is a fucking excellent choice. Because
That's crazy. You say that a nigga that carried the team for years and a guy that went to the finals and the playoffs multiple times is a backdoor guy now. Damn. But to me, just them arguing about it brings joy to my heart. Just them arguing about it brings joy to my heart. Real talk. Now, when it comes to the NBA in the West, right? Damn, I have my shit written down. I definitely had the Kings between 6 and 8. I may have to move them up now, but depending on how it look. Because the starting five can only do so much. It's how much the depth chart is and how much you can how much your bench players can give you off the bench. Like teams that go to the playoffs and teams that win championships and win the games that count, they can get 20 to 30 points off their bench every night. Easy. When it's all starters, no bench, it get ugly out there, man. So the Kings picking up Westbrook with everything, because we definitely, me and my team, we on make sure you check out Ball and Blunts, man. Me, T, G5. Make sure you definitely check that out, man. We run that up, maybe 3-4 times a week. And we give our picks. We gave our picks out the other day. You can check any one of them. He had the Kings in the play-in. I had him in the playoffs already. I had him a top 10. Well, not a top, but like I had him number 7, I think. I may push him to number 5, depending on how I see how the Kings play. And I can't wait till next week. The season starts. I had the app to watch any game I want. I don't have to watch the game that's on TV if I don't want it. But I really want to see how the old ass Lakers look. But now I went the new Lakers versus the old ass Golden State Warriors. So who and what would I give it a hand for? And on that note, that's pretty much other than I hope it's not a whole lot of LeBron fans out there because LeBron about to be out for a month, and the shit that he got is I hate to say it, that's an old man damn. That's an old person injury he got. That ain't got nothing to do with anything else or that motherfucker. Yeah, I think your sciatica. That's what the fuck he got. Yeah, that's just you old. That's all. That's all that is. And I don't know if LeBron may have to lose some weight. But yeah, he got about 1 or 2 more years before this may be his last year. So all you LeBron fans, if you ain't picked no new player, you might want to start looking because it's about to be over. Are you really a LeBron fan, or are you a Laker fan, or were you a LeBron fan? Watch how you see the. So that's why when you watch players, you watch niggas that are fans of players and not the team. And the motherfucker play on a certain team, and then he leave or retire. That nigga ain't he don't fuck with that team no more. That's why I like talking hoops too, man, because it's not as bad when boxing when a motherfucker lose and niggas don't fuck with him no more. That should be hurting niggas' feelings. Oh, you don't fuck with me because I lost? Or if Devin Haney loses his damn fight, like that was some real shit. Instead of him, it just being if you lose, you lose. But if motherfuckers like if Devin Haney loses his fight, he should retire. I was like, that shit's crazy in the motherfucker. I can't believe niggas said that shit, but like that's how you look at it. That's like there's certain fighters. Like not to say anything wrong about Devin Haney. I just heard somebody say that shit. It was like that's how you feel. Like personally, Devin Haney's never done nothing wrong to me that make me say no shit like that. But anyway, back to this hoop shit, right? There's a lot to be said before the season even started, but just looking at the season and my predictions, OKC still gonna be a problem. I don't know if they're gonna come out looking like dominant champions, or they're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, picking their head out, looking to see who's trying to come at them. Because once you become the champs and you was already like that, and you start playing like that every night after a while, it's gonna be certain teams. It's gonna be everybody, certain teams, championship, especially late in the season. Y'all get on the roll, you're gonna get everybody best every night. But they're young enough. Houston making that trade for Kevin Durant to go with that young ass team already and an aggressive coach. That's a problem. I want to see how Phoenix actually looks with Brooks and Jalen Green, with Devin Booker. I want to see how they actually look. Minnesota didn't impress me. They didn't do anything different. They got the same old team to me. Ant-Man showing how far he can take them. Milwaukee, I think Milwaukee tried to make sure they secure Giannis by putting his brother on the damn team again. But he's got a lot of shooters around him. And this is his team. So maybe this is him trying to prove to himself that he is him. Certain teams that like Miami's gonna stay even. I want to see how Norman Powell looks now that he got the reins taken off of him. There's nobody like when somebody come back, you can't shoot no more like that. You know, he had that for so long with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. I think Miami and Detroit gonna be teams that like I don't know if everybody like knows or fuck with them, but don't be upset when you see them in the top 3, 4, maybe 5 spot. With nobody being able to damn fuck with them. You can see them like it's a new day in a changing of the guard. So with that being said, we're gonna run it up like if you're getting ready for NFL football tonight, me too, because I'm a Steelers fan. Just had to be inbred in, like my pops like just made me a Steelers fan. So on that note, we're gonna get to that in a second. Okay, so tonight, right? I got I ain't gonna be real with you, like I'm in no rush for the Steelers to like show and prove with everybody like oh yeah and start be bandwagoning and shit like that. Aaron Rodgers has your he has everything that I'm waiting for. There's no problem with what he's saying and anything, right? Or doing. He's just waiting to get a little bit of chemistry, right? Because Aaron Rodgers doesn't need a bunch of receivers. Like, listen, he has DK Metcalf, he has Jonnu Smith. That Washington dude is big as hell, right? Any other receiver out there, you just better get open. You have two, like he has two, he had all his okay. Jonnu Smith is like 6'3", 6'4". So is Metcalf. And the Washington dude is like 6'5", like 6'6", some shit like, or at least he look it. Metcalf is big as like he like anyway, man. But I heard when I was watching the Israel Is podcast, right? I heard stats. She said she her dad is Steelers fan. And, she's okay, but a little worried. Listen, it's the first 6 weeks. They 4-2 in the division. The biggest threat that you're talking about is right now Joe Flacco. Lamar would have to win every damn game the rest of the year when he comes back to take over the damn division. And y'all would have to have an up and down season. Which Aaron Rodgers does not, he's not going to just throw games away. So when I look at this shit, it's like, I think we beat Cleveland twice. I think we beat the Bengals twice. I think we beat Baltimore twice. Right there. That's 6 games right there. Unless we lost on, I gotta go back and check, but like I don't think there's gonna be too many teams that's gonna. And then the defense is solid. So as long as, and then it's next man up with Pittsburgh anyway. So getting hurt is not an option because somebody can't wait to get in there and take your spot. So later on tonight, when you're watching the game and it's slowing them and start, like right now they're playing situational football, right? To where, yeah, Mike Tomlin's gonna try to get great field position, and then if it's there, yeah, he's gonna go for it, but he's gonna ground and pound with committee by running back. You're gonna throw it to the big tight ends, see if you really want to tackle them. And then if you really want to tackle DK Metcalf, who's out there snorting like a fucking bull, yeah, we'll see. And I think that like certain players are built to play for certain teams, and the way that the Steelers play, from Mean Joe Green and them to Hines Ward and them. I mean, you know, we had the strategical shit with, you know, with Big Ben, and then they had Antonio Brown for them seasons, and we had, you know, they put up all those points, but I was like, something about that shit, man. I don't want to see it, man. It's not the same type of team. It's not how the Steelers win. But this team right here, where the star of the team is the helmet, I feel like they can win the Super Bowl this year. And that's a pretty bold prediction, but I'm giving it out right now. And on that note, this is a pop-up live, man, just to let you know about how I feel about what sports going on right now, the ones that I watch. And for real, this weekend, watch Danny Garcia cards. Because there's some fights up there that you should watch. And watch the game tonight.
No.
But yeah, Steelers, don't be surprised. Hope if you Chiefs fans, you Buffalo fans, you Niners fans, everybody, like who else in the AFC? You Colts fans, you Jaguar fans. That's cool what y'all doing right now. But when you have to play the Steelers, I swear, I hope that you was in the ice tank or you got your heat pads, because it's gonna be rough. On that note, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all keep smoking.